CKJ Crypto News, Crypto Pioneers. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to today's show. We got a huge show. There's always amazing news with Ripple. I'm telling you, Crypto Pioneers, we're in for one hell of a ride. Shout out to the Ripple community. You guys are amazing on Twitter and on YouTube. Very supportive. Thank you so much. Pretty much, Crypto Pioneers. Federal Reserve. Everybody's talking about the Federal Reserve connection now with Ripple and Federal Reserve. We know that basically the Federal Reserve Task Force, Ripple improves speed and transparency. And this is off Ripple Insights. So everybody's finally starting to put the connection together with Ripple and the Federal Reserve, which is great. But what people aren't covering, I believe, is here on CKJ Crypto News, we say the proof is in the partnerships. Now, yes, we know the entity in itself, Federal Reserve, is tied to Ripple. We pretty much exposed that. But what people don't understand is there is people that are on the Federal Reserve Board and former Federal Reserve Board members that are backing Ripple. We have kind of covered this a little bit in the past because, you know, we have been down the Federal Reserve rabbit hole for about a month now. But I think it's the time of this video is very fitting for everything that's going on in the YouTube, Twitter world. But first things first, Crypto Pioneers, you can follow me on Twitter, CKJ at CKJ Crypto News. I do tweet all these articles, and like I said, some of these articles may be a year old, 2 years old, whatever. My thing I love showing from the legal research I learned working at the law office is I love showing the foundation, how Ripple's being built. The foundation is so sturdy. No other cryptocurrency or digital asset has much use case or utility as Ripple. No other crypto or digital asset can boast the partnerships. The proof is in the partnerships. So let's get this show started. First things first is, that takes me to Glenn Hutchins. Glenn Hutchins sits on the DCG Group board, Digital Currency Group, and that's Barry Silbert. Now, you know we've been covering Barry Silbert is a huge investor in Coinbase and is a huge investor in Ripple. Now, Glenn Hutchins is also a huge investor in Ripple and a huge investor in Coinbase. Now, that's why I say the proof is in the partnerships, because guess what else Glenn Hutchins and Barry Silbert are also huge investors in? They're also huge investors in Ethereum Classic. So basically, this is why I say follow the money. Basically, of course, Ethereum Classic was going to go to Coinbase, or you're going to see some big things happen out of Ethereum Classic, because look who's backing it. The DCG Group is backing it. Glenn Hutchins currently sits on the Federal Reserve. This is Glenn Hutchins right here. Glenn Hutchins basically is... Hutchins sits on the board of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, where he is elected as a Class B director for a 3-year term ending in December 31st, 2018. And that's why I really believe that we're going to see something huge out of Ripple, because he's going to do what he has to do for his investment before his term is up. That's for sure. But like I said, Glenn Hutchins and Barry Silbert back Ethereum Classic. U.S. investment firm launches $10 million Ethereum Classic private fund. Now, this whole article, I did tweet it. You can check it out. Basically, it's Barry Silbert, U.S. investment from Grayscale Investments, had launched their first private fund focused on Ethereum Classic, blockchain platform with a seed capital of $10 million. Barry Silbert, founder of parent company DCG Group, said on Wednesday. It's called the Ethereum Classic Trust. Now, provided by Silbert, DCG, and Glenn Hutchins, the co-founder and private investment company Silver Lake. And like I said, they're huge investors in Coinbase, and this article came out right here. Timing of Coinbase to add Ethereum Classic raises eyebrows. Of course it does. Of course they would make it to Coinbase. Of course they'd want to see their investment succeed. And this is exactly why they're going to see their investment in Ripple also succeed. But the thing is, I believe that Ripple is in for something much bigger than being listed on Coinbase, or Coinbase, not Coinbase. Basically, we can uncover right now that Ethereum Classic was one of their hugest investments, and Ripple is also one of their hugest investments. So far, we've seen that Ethereum Classic got listed on Coinbase, but we know at this current time that the Federal Reserve has something going on with Ripple. So it's going to be huge. This is a hell of an article. It pretty much says, like, how would these guys get this listed? There must have been some backroom deals. They must have knew something. It's a hell of an article. I highly recommend you read it. Coinbase, the largest U.S. exchange. Coinbase has been slow to add other tokens such as XRP, and that's why everybody's pissed off in the Twitter community, because they wanted to see XRP. But the thing is, I think people is missing the point of Ethereum Classic and Ripple have the same backers. So if you're going to see something huge from Ethereum Classic, of course we're going to see something huge from Ripple. So also, and this just proves what I was saying, pretty much what we're going to get to is that people that work on the Federal Reserve and current and former Federal Reserve board members. Coinbase and Ripple investor Barry Silbert has scored a 9-figure fortune. Now, like I said, Coinbase and Ripple investor. There he is right there, Barry Silbert. And it's pretty much talking how he's the earliest investor in Coinbase and Ripple, and he owns the DCG group, which Glenn Hutchins, who we just showed, sits on that board and is a current member of the Federal Reserve. And that brought us to the Federal Reserve Task Force Ripple Improve Speed and Transparency. But here's a hell of an article too right here. Like, this is what I always do. I follow the money. Now, like I said, this article is somewhat conspiracy theory, but there is a hell of a lot of good information in here. Federal Reserve controls Coinbase, CoinDust, Kraken, and Ripple. Now, I don't know if I agree with the title as much, but I do agree with a lot of stuff in the article. And especially this line right here. I personally never have understood why so many dismiss the possibility that the richest and most powerful people on the planet strategize collectively on how to create more wealth and power for themselves. Of course they do. They invested in Ethereum Classic, and now Ethereum Classic made it on Coinbase. And that brings us to this right here, and this is Glenn Hutchins. Bitcoin price is a distraction, says big technology investor. And this is Glenn Hutchins, currently sits on the Federal Reserve Board. Nobody's talking about Glenn Hutchins. Glenn Hutchins is more excited about opportunities in cryptocurrency system. Of course he is, especially he's going to want to see his investments bear fruit. The former private equity tycoon sits on the board of the Federal Reserve and the Bank of New York. The You say something? The Brookings Institution and Economic Club of New York, the Center for American Progress, AT&T, and until this summer, NASDAQ. He is a life member of Council of Foreign Relations, once advised President Bill Clinton, and is the co-owner of the Boston Celtics. This is who's backing Ripple Crypto Pioneers, and it's amazing. Like I said, we can identify current Federal Reserve board members backing Ripple, and I will show you right here former Federal Reserve members backing Ripple. Bernanke at Ripple event, blockchain has obvious benefits and payments. Now, Bernanke is a former Federal Reserve member. Former Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke is bullish on blockchain. Of course he is. Bernanke is a now distinguished fellow resident. We're just going to scroll down right here, a little short for time. Bernanke said Bitcoin is meant to be an attempt to replace fiat currencies and evade government regulation. Government that attempt. He's pretty much going to say in here that Ripple is his top choice. Okay. Bernanke, now a distinguished fellow resident in Brooklyn Institute, called out Ripple by name, saying that he's read about the company's work and that he thinks any effort in payments to reduce costs, improve accuracy, speed, and reliability, bring the global economy closer together is a good thing. Now that's Bernanke, former Federal Reserve, backing Ripple. And if you scroll down right here, we also got case point earlier this month. Senior Vice President at Federal Reserve Bank of Boston, Jim Kuna, said, like, damn, we're identifying multiple Federal Reserve former and current members backing Ripple. So this goes really good with the Ripple Improve Speed and Transparency. Boston Fed VP, blockchain will wake up Swift and other middlemen. So this is huge. We're going to scroll right down to the good part. Like I said, I did tweet these articles. Pretty much, he says, oh, here goes Ethereum. He said, including the work on the two previous unrevealed proofs of concept, Ethereum. I'm just scanning through it really quick. Pretty much, I got this name out of the same article. Jim Kuna, Senior Vice President at the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston, who urgently answered the question asked to him in a recent event. Like I said, we did just get it out of the same article. I should have highlighted the part where he says it. Which is the Fed Stock Exchange. Swift is the clearinghouse. I wouldn't say that fintechs are going to put us out of business necessarily. What they will do is wake up in some cases to a little more innovative with our system in a way that's positive. So what he's saying is pretty much is in the line. VP, blockchain will wake up Swift and other middlemen. And pretty much he's partners with this guy right here. So that actually brings us to, like I said, the proof is in the partnerships. I pretty much wanted to identify a whole bunch of Federal Reserve former and current members that are backing Ripple. So, crypto pioneers, I'm telling you, there's huge things going on behind the scenes with Ripple. I mean, I believe, me personally, from the research I've done, mass adoption by 2020. Like I said, yes, there is other real-time players that are coming out of the woodwork, but if you see all the people that's backing Ripple, Glenn Hutchins, Jim Kuna, Bernanke, like the momentum is ridiculous, and they're not going to want to see their investments fall. So that actually brings us to last but not least, and I apologize about mentioning this. Like I said, I just set the store up this weekend, so basically just trying to get the word out about it. Like I said, my beautiful, beautiful fiance is in charge of the store, and I'm really excited about having her on board, and she's really excited. We sold a couple shirts, and she's excited. But we did say that we are going to be doing personalized crypto shirts. Also, I love this mug right here. Sold one of those today. But if you scroll down right here, like I said, if you want a personalized crypto shirt, we did Walski right here, and we did a Robert Lee one right here, and we got an order from the Ripple Army. He said he wants one of these shirts right here. So basically, I wasn't sure which style you wanted, so I put Ripple Army on the front, or she put Ripple Army in the front. And if you click this one, or you can have the one right here, Ripple Army on the back. So that is up to you, my friend. Pretty much your shirt is up on here. Your shirt, if you purchase a shirt and you want it personalized, reach out to me on Twitter, DM me, or you can reach me through my email, and your shirt will make the Ripple Wall of Fame. Alrighty, crypto pioneers, I'd like to really thank everybody for tuning in today. I really appreciate your time. Oh, don't forget, we got bad news is good news. CKJ, the proof is in the partnerships. CKJ, it's a hell of a story, that's for sure. I ordered me a shirt, and I'll be looking forward to that coming in. Alrighty, crypto pioneers, I'd like to thank everybody. Can you please share the video, like the video, thumbs up on the video, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We do daily crypto news. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.